Did you hear the one about the cat born with 4 ears? I'm Greg Ott, and that's not the setup for a joke. We'll tell you all about this real kitten right now here on your daily news refresh. Plus, there's a Darth Vader house that just went up for sale near Houston, and there's a major international competition going down that doesn't involve swimming pools, uneven parallel bars, or air rifles. But let's start with this 4-eared kitten story, so listen up. An animal shelter in Mount Juliet, Tennessee recently took to Facebook to post about a kitten that made its way to its shelter with an extremely rare genetic condition. It's about 8 weeks old, weighs about 2 pounds, and equipped with surround sound. Yeah, that's a smaller second pair of ears pointing backwards within its main ears. And the shelter actually says this rare condition is completely harmless. Someone in the comments asked if these 3rd and 4th ears would be removed. And the rescue said no. As long as they're not causing harm, they're just an extension of him. Elsewhere in the comments, Tracy Harrod Walker observed, "They're better to hear when you shake the treat jar." Debbie T. Wright suggested to do an x-ray to see if there is any other double body parts inside the body. And Jerry Simon misspelled inbred, which Urban Dictionary defines as when a piece of bread sleeps with some other piece of bread from the same loaf. Given the dual stereo, the shelter decided to name this little kitten Audio, and they said they'll announce later when he'll be available for adoption. Many people in those comments said they want to be the ones to adopt him, which you can't necessarily say about that stray cat in Japan we recently told you about here on your Daily News Refresh. Back in March, a cat snuck into a factory, fell into a toxic vat of hexavalent chromium, and escaped into city streets. Officials assumed this chemical cat would die soon after this happened though. So, good news? I don't know. Please subscribe. Hey, do you want to live at Darth Vader's place? Kinda seems like a stupid question considering it was famously blown up in that children's movie that adults are obsessed with. But if you're looking to incinerate some cash in Texas, there's a luxury dwelling on the market that very much bears a striking resemblance to that famous villain's little helmet. The Houston Chronicle reports this Darth Vader house is the brainchild of some plastic surgeon Star Wars fan, who worked with an architect to dream up a place inspired by the design of a stealth fighter jet, and ended up with, well, more of a hat. Anyway, it's for sale now in the Texas city of West University Place, which is just outside of Houston. And aside from its evil lair-like outward appearance, its 7,000 square foot interior is quite something, boasting these central floating glass staircases, 4 bedrooms, 5 toilets, and even an inviting pool and hot tub. Of course, if inviting's not your thing and you prefer the dark side, it appears you can light up the whole place with a sinister red glow. Howdy, neighbor. As its Zillow listing notes, this home is the epitome for entertainment, not just because it boasts a room that looks ideal for an in-house strip club, but as reported by the Chronicle, the LLC that's currently in possession of the place is in the middle of a lawsuit with the city of West University Place over zoning, parking, and noise violations pertaining to too much fun. Court documents cite cool events allegedly hosted at the place, like this 3-hour-long Darth Vader House content creator social gathering intended to unleash your creative genius and take your content to the next level. This 3-hour Darth Vader House 6, 7, 8+ figure mastermind for entrepreneurs, and apparently some sort of after party following a real estate summit. This place made headlines when it last hit the market back in 2021, leading White Dudes for Harris star Mark Hamill to tweet out a link to this thing at its then bargain price of $4.3 million, saying it offered potential for renovation and or redemption. Anyway, its asking price these days is a cheap $3.75 million. And if you happen to be on the market for a Texas pad that brings together Star Wars fans, real estate types, and content creators, and you've got millions sitting around your Venmo account that you don't know what to do with, head over to Zillow and add this thing to your cart or whatever. I've never bought a house. Or simply request a tour, where as of press time, you can get one within an hour and a half. May the force majeure. Finally, as I'm sure you're aware, there's a giant international competition going down that's capturing the world's attention.
3, 2, 1. I actually got a tattoo special just for this contest. It's on my leg.
This year, we've got 27 different countries represented with over 230 competitors, and everybody is here to try and get the next title of World Yo-Yo Champion.
That's right. That last guy is with the 2024 World Yo-Yo Contest, which is taking place through August 3rd in Cleveland, Ohio.
Everybody in the world that loves yo-yoing, that's good at it, that thinks it's cool, that knows what it's about, is gonna be here.
Now sure, this newly renovated hotel in Cleveland may lack the star-studded dazzle of, say, some other games going down in Paris, France right now. But that's not to say that a toy that consists of 2 round pieces of plastic or wood joined together with a piece of string wound between them doesn't bring out the best of us.
We're expecting at least a few thousand people to come through over the next 4 days. We've seen some of the absolute most creative yo-yo play that has ever been done. We've seen people pushing the limits of imagination and their equipment and trying to come up with the best and most incredible yo-yo tricks.
I've been yo-yoing for about 30 years or so. I started when I was about 7 years old. I just fell in love. I just became my passion. And so I started picking up the string tricks and I started doing a little bit more elaborate stuff.
One of my favorite tricks to do is something called a gyroscopic flop. You can get it to go fast or slow.
Those are just a few of the hundreds of yo-yos on site, who will be competing in categories that include 5 different freestyle divisions, a women's freestyle, art and performance, 2 over 40 age groups, and Doc Lucky's duos. The 1A freestyle division appears to be the most competitive. Rules published online say that yo-yoists are adjudicated based on their technical execution and in a freestyle evaluation, assigning points for things like advanced tricks, music choreography, and showmanship. Execution is also important for those in the crowd hoping not to get whacked by a stray toy. Unsafe contestants can be disqualified, plus anyone who says f or seems otherwise indecent. It's not clear yet if whoever's crowned World Yo-Yo Champ will try to wear their yo-yo around their neck like an Olympic medal, but to the victor go the spoils nonetheless.
If you're the World Yo-Yo Champion, you can pretty much write your own ticket, as long as the only thing on that ticket is getting free yo-yos.
This whole thing is put on by the IYYF, the International Yo-Yo Federation, a non-profit designed to be the governing body of yo-yoing as a sport. And this isn't just some event that's trying to hawk yo-yos. Even though there are plenty for sale here, the event itself is expected to bring in $750 grand to Cleveland's economy, and the whole thing is even sponsored by Big Yo-Yo.
I'm gonna go crazy. I'm buying everything I can.
You can visit all the vendors. Here we go. To see the absolute latest in yo-yo technology.
And some of these light up with LEDs, or is that what these are?
Main thing I really like about yo-yoing is the people.
Yeah, for many, this whole thing is about bringing people together to share their love of a common interest.
Everybody in this yo-yo community is so accepting and so loving of just you and your passion for it.
You can swing by the learning area. We've got champions from around the world giving free yo-yo lessons, and you can just hang out and see what it means to be a modern competitive yo-yo player.
The World Yo-Yo Champ will be crowned Saturday evening, after which a Yo-Yo Olympics party will be held in a hotel ballroom. Don't forget your tux.
It's gonna be something you don't wanna miss, I promise you. Blow your mind.
Along those same lines, subscribe to The News Refresh for something else you don't want to miss that'll blow your mind easy. My name is Greg Ott, and we bring you new, weird, and interesting news stories like these each and every day. In this recent video about London's new Paradox Museum, A. Friedman 4577 just wrote, "Rad, awesome, cool, love this video." And you see, that's a good YouTube comment. In contrast to this one about 300,000 condoms in the Olympic Village, where that_man_Paxton wrote, "I have sex with your mom." Be more like A. Friedman, Paxton, who as of press time has not had sex with my mom. I think.